everyone. Okay, so here's our first video, and like I told a lot of y'all, this is not going to go straight into some crazy boot camp craziness. We are simply trying to learn how to engage our body, engage our muscles to our connect our muscles to our mind. The difference about this and maybe something you've done previously in your life, or something that you think you should be doing, is that in order to move forward and not just have a quick fix and then fail again through injury, through exhaustion, through all the things that while a lot of people do not continue on with their health journey, it's because they usually go over the wrong route. So if I can just get y'all to start, just trust me and take it slow for the beginning and learn how to engage your body, find your muscles without using resistance and weight, and learning how to engage every muscle in your body and connect that so your mind knows how to use those muscles, then you're going to find that just not only will you see your body burning more fat, but you'll see that you get a different kind of cut and tone to your body than you have before. Also, you'll see that a lot of things that you've been doing at work or anything you've done in your life that causes pain and wear and tear on you, now that you're learning how to engage and open other muscles to use, it won't be that just one muscle that the only muscle your body knows how to use that gets worn out and torn. All right, so we're starting with some basics. Like I said, you might have done some of these things before, but the goal here is to slow it down, think about it. There's nothing fast about any of this. It's slowing it down and flexing, engaging, and holding. All right, so what I'm going to start with first is I'm going to get onto a mat. For those of you that have problems with this position on your knees, you can also put in like just some really thin pillows underneath, nothing too bulky. You can try putting some thin pillows or doubling up the mat. If y'all want to invest in a mat, you would just double it up like this. All right, I'm going to do everything sideways, and I might turn around a couple ways, but I want you to be able to see the view. You're always going to want to put your knees shoulder width, okay? So shoulder width, a lot of times people think it's like this, or some people think they have big shoulders, but literally just straight down like the same width as your hips. All right? You're going to go down from that, and you're going to put your hands shoulder width or hip width. Now your goal is to make sure you're flat, not scrunched up like this, or not stretched out like this. You want to look like a table almost, okay? So hands underneath the shoulders, knees are shoulder width apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to pretend like there is a string connected from our belly button. So if you had a string on the back side of your belly button and it went all the way up through the middle of your back, we're going to learn that's how we find our core, okay? So I'll explain it as we go. So hands are right under my shoulders, shoulder width apart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first do the cow, and the cow is where you want to push your belly down to the mat. It has a little cave in a little concave in your back. You're pushing your hips back, so you should feel a little bit of a stretch in your hips. When you do this, I want you to think about pushing your belly button to the floor, but do not let your arms bend. So we're going to keep these arms straight the whole time. Don't go down. All right, so once we are doing that, we're kind of pushing into our stomach muscles. We're going to take a deep breath, and as we exhale, we're going to rotate up and we're going to push up into the cat. When we do this, we take our chin to our chest and we tuck our butt under, and we're pushing up like I'm pulling that string I talked about. We're going to pull that string up like this, and now you should be really flexing your stomach muscles, okay? You don't want to let go of those. So you tuck your chin under because we want to make everything round and stretched. We're pushing up through our belly button and squeezing our stomach for 5 full seconds. And those 5 seconds should be 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, and 5 1,000. Then we're going to go back down in the opposite way. So we're pushing belly to the floor without bending our arms. We're kind of pushing our butt back now. When I do this one, I like to just keep my head flat and pull my neck from my shoulders. So I try to make my neck really long like this. I'm pulling it away from my shoulders, but I don't want to strain it. But pull it shoulders back and head away. So you're pulling that, stretching that area there. When we come up, we're going to take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, back up. We're going to tuck that chin and get that stretch here. So 5 full seconds again, keeping the arms straight, and don't just go up. I want you to start pushing your belly button continuously up into your back. So you should be flexing your stomach muscles when you do that. If you're just pushing up and you're not pushing here the whole time, you're not going to get as much out of it. So I'm squeezing my stomach and I'm pushing my belly button up for a full 5 seconds. And then I come down, like I said, just kind of pull my neck away, keep my arms straight. So I do 5 seconds up and 3 seconds down. 5 seconds up, 3 seconds down. In the beginning, we're gonna change things up as we go. But in the beginning, I'd like for y'all to do 10 of those. And that might be all you do, but that's a big start because you really just got to learn how to not just lift up, but to push and flex and push and flex for that full 5 seconds. When you go down, you can relax that area, okay? So if you're just going up and down and you're not getting that flex and you can't figure out how, then you need to keep doing it until you figure out how. All right, we're gonna turn around from that position and we're gonna do the opposite. This seems simple and it's harder to show on a camera than me showing you in person, but I'll do the best we can. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn around, we're gonna lay on our back, and when we do that, we're gonna have our heels just about, I don't know, about 1.5 hands away from our butt. Okay, we're gonna put our hands flat. All right, naturally when you lay, first you wanna make sure your spine is straight. You don't wanna be crooked or laying off to the side, so just make sure everything is straight and aligned. You're gonna put your palms face down on the mat. So naturally when you lay like this, a lot of times there'll be a gap right here, okay? And that gap is normal. So what I ask y'all to do is I'm gonna ask you to just kind of blow your stomach up and just make a little arch in your back, just a little one, not a lot. And when you do that, you're just kind of making this whole area aware, okay? So what I wanna do is I want you to pretend like there are 2 cookie dough balls right here and right here, right underneath your back. Feel like there's just 2. And we wanna make those as flat as we can. We wanna make them pancakes. So it's like we lift up, take a deep breath, and then we press down. We're gonna tilt our pelvic back. We're not lifting our butt up. We're just tilting our pelvic back and making the very, very bottom of your tailbone area as flat as you can. And just think about every little vertebrae going up your back, getting pressed into this mat. Now,